our group emerges from Drakmore Labs. The building is partly on fire. You can see debris and such all about you as dragons and riders are landing outside. You see 7 different dragons being ridden as you emerge from Drakmore Labs. What do you do?
Looking around, do we recognize any of the riders?
You do not.
Are they wearing any sort of garb that it tells us perhaps if they're, of their affiliations?
You see similar garb that reminds you of the Royal Guard.
Are any of them riding one of them, like pigeon dragons that we saw before at that Gaffron mansion? The big white fluffy ones.
So these dragons are different. They're of different varieties.
Oh, okay. So we don't know who these people are.
Correct.
Can we see or read their intent?
Please make an insight. You can do a group check if you'd like.
All right, let's do a group check.
This will be difficulty, I'm going to say 12.
Check is up.
Okay. 3 from me. No help to
For
you.
me.
17 from me.
Very nice. You all just come out of a pretty harrowing experience. Enders is still unconscious. And just to be clear, who is carrying Enders?
I'm still kind of, I suppose, in that form. So, the form I use to essentially carry Iris up the shaft, so I can carry him by essentially flying.
Okay. So there's essentially a bow slime backpack carrying Enders, little as you emerge from Drakmore Labs. There's smoke all about as well. So I think Iris and Bo, you're probably just kind of still dealing with that. It's difficult to process what's happening. Rue, it seems like these dragon riders don't seem to have any immediate ill intents towards you. You can see that they are in formation. They are clearly a part of the same guard. They are in like a formation, like a wedge formation, and there is a they're all wearing kind of like I think sort of, it's not like pure plate mail. It's kind of like plate in different places. Oh, what the hell just happened? Did the server crash? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, great. We'll just go to this screen for now. Cool. That's good timing. Hopefully that gets worked out. Oh no. So, as you see this, they're wearing plate in kind of various places. You can see the plate is placed in a way that it doesn't really restrict their movements, right? It's like on their chest. They have pauldrons. You can see like maybe on their thighs, but there's like more open spaces here. Like their stomach area is more exposed. There's like some kind of sturdy looking leather armor below that. It looks very similar to the plate mail that you saw previously at the Gaffran estate when the Royal Guard descended. The same kind of armor. And the person in the front of the wedge speaks in a very loud voice, I guess, to be heard here. They speak. Who are you? What are you doing here?
I would like to call out to them, lifting up my hand. Hey! We have people hurt down here!
We are well aware. You can see that there are other researchers, not many, maybe a handful, that have escaped the lab as well. They're kind of sprawled about. Some of them are like coughing, having fits. Some of them are hurt. You can see 2 of the riders descend from their dragons, and they look like they are trying to look after the researchers.
Our friend is hurt. We need help.
Who are you? What is your name?
I look to my companions.
I am Irislith, and these are the rest of my companions. We're what you call heroes.
Friends of the Savior! Friends of the Savior!
I wince so hard at that.
We probably shouldn't open up with that.
But I thought we were told to come here by the Dragon Queen, no?
We're here on behalf of the Dragon Queen. Or the Empress. We would say Empress.
I would say Dragon Queen because I'm Bo. It's up to you to know what I'm saying, I guess.
Okay. All right. So, I think they look about, and the one that was speaking to you descends from the dragon. This dragon that this person is riding, by the way, looks very different than the dragons you've seen thus far. This dragon is it's not quite obsidian, but it is very dark scaled, and there are veins of orange and red that you can see. They almost look like they are kind of crackling along its scales. Like a lot of their scales are sort of tipped with this, it's almost like an iridescent kind of red and orange. And at nighttime, I can't imagine what this would look like for you, but it would almost look like fire raining down from the sky. There is red veins sort of pervasively traveling along its wings that are kind of bound up. This dragon is quite a bit bigger than the others. I would say this dragon is probably about the size of a bus, like a city bus. And its wingspan is probably like maybe 60 feet wide. It's very large. And the dragon rider themselves is they have a sort of dragon shaped helm on, and there is a like a I don't know what to call it, but a not a flap, but just like a the eyepiece can sort of be
The visor?
Yeah, the visor. Thank you. The visor can be brought up. Instead of raising the visor up, they take their whole helmet off, and they begin to make their way towards you. I think the server's coming back up, by the way.
Are they hot?
They are.
Listen, I love me a person in uniform, okay?
They are clearly a veteran. They're covered in scars. They are covered in burn scars. And they are covered in they have a thick scar across their cheek that looks like it was pretty raggedly repaired. So their cheek is kind of a bit. It doesn't quite sit exactly evenly with the scar. Whatever wound they took there, it was badly hatched. They have, I think, probably like a sort of like a caramel sort of skin color. They have dark eyes, and they're probably in their, like, I'd say early 50s. And you can see that they've got like pretty short hair. I would say it's not quite a buzz cut, maybe like one notch higher on the trimmer, you know? They are looking over all of you. That tracks. What happened?
Well, do you want to do the talking, or should I? I say while flapping and being more backpack than Bo right now.
Well, we don't know all of the specifics, but, and I kind of purse my lips a bit and I look towards Rue. The laboratory was attacked, and, we fell through the floor to the lower levels. We barely made it out.
The
There might be
Savior's in
people-
danger.
People are still
Danger.
inside.
I was told that the Savior is the danger. Did you not send the communication?
No. But if we did, what did it say? Just to remind us.
We were told by the Empress that Savior Moon was attacking the lab.
Huh.
We don't have any evidence or personal knowledge if that's completely true or not. There's a couple of different factors at play here.
There was something influencing them, from what we could tell. I don't know what else to really say other than that we believe she is in danger as well.
All right, I need a group check, insight and willpower. Now, I want to ask your intentions with this conversation. Do you all believe what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we think our friend is in danger.
Okay.
So the forge is not back up for me quite yet.
Okay. Yeah, it's
But-
it's still trying to load. Okay. So, if that is the case, let's do some good old-fashioned manual dice rolling.
I'll lead it.
I can give you one d20.
Load up a dice roller, dude. Just pull up a dice roller app or
I see
something.
my dice. It's got a wriggling dragon eye in it.
Mine has
Ooh.
rainbows on it. You can't see the rainbows. Oh dear.
I had a
eye is
d20 ring,
always
but I lost it.
watching.
So, cool story, I guess.
All right. So, I don't know if you can remember what your insight was.
12.
Yeah. Roll the insight and willpower. So insight and willpower. I don't know if you can remember what those dice were. Please give those a roll.
I got 2 d10s for both of them because that's
I got
would
one
specialized.
d3. I got a 3 and a 9.
Okay.
So that's 12.
Got a 9 and a 2.
All right.
Okay,
And
I
who's
got a
leading?
6 and a 7. Me.
Okay. All right.
So that would be
What was the
from
DC?
Yeah. You. So you got 2. Yeah. I think you got like either a 15 or a 16 total.
Yeah, because Bo gives me a +2
Yeah.
if he succeeded,
Yeah.
and then there's a
Like
+1
2
from you.
+1.
Which one of you is Enders?
I kind of spin around and show the Enders portion of me right now, which is, I guess, it looks like he's Dora the Explorer right now, but the backpack's doing all the talking and he's kind of weekends the burning. He's just there.
Yeah.
Dangling off me.
I see. Apparently, Enders was the one that sent the communication to the Empress.
That makes sense. I believe that there was a communication scroll exchanged.
I am Commander Valeth Pyrescourge of the Infernia Royal Guard. My detachment was sent here by the Empress to assist. What is the current status of Savior Moon?
Does the word villain mean anything to you?
Yes.
Well, maybe. I'm not so sure. It might be the fact that there was somebody else there who did that to her. It might be the villain, but I'm not so sure exactly. But maybe she might be the villain because she was. I didn't shake Anders around.
Something influenced her. It was injected into her. And I'm looking at Rue to make sure this is okay for me to talk about.
We believe it was Emberstone in a liquid form of some kind.
What?
It's still in her system.
It tasted horrible.
It changed her. She isn't herself.
And who did this?
Whoever owns this place or runs it or something.
Does the name Tim Cross mean anything to you?
Should it?
If he's the man who did it.
He's behind all of this.
I am unfamiliar with this person. Are there any other survivors?
Not that we found.
Emotions behind him, and he says, Arcan, Naylan, Thorn, inside. Check for any survivors. Send your dragons around and see if they can locate anyone outside. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! You can see the riders begin to dismount. They whisper to their dragons, and you can see the dragons begin to take off.
Good.
Good.
Is there anything you can do to help our friend here? He's very hurt.
I can see that.
I shake him about more.
We have some emergency supplies, but beyond that, none of us are medical personnel. You must understand, this is the Ashwing Vanguard. We are often in intense battles with fierce creatures. We expected a fight.
Right. Well, sorry.
Looking at Enders as Bo is holding him, does it appear as though there's anything immediate that would be necessary to bandage or take care of?
I mean, he's got a pretty... His jaws is, like, pretty badly broken. You know, his jaw's kind of, like, hanging there. It's probably, like, a bit of drool, like, coming down. Like, it's...
Invincible
yeah,
style.
Yeah.
So it needs to be set.
Oh, yeah.
If we can get them somewhere safe, we should probably... And I point to the jaw.
I look torn between my companions. I don't know if I'm ready to leave Jan alone. If people are going in there, it might help to try to get involved.
What can we do to help? I say, if he's still there.
You are friends of Savior Moons. Yes?
Friends,
Yes.
party members, accomplices, whatever word you want. That's what we are.
We've received very little information. The Empress said that you were comrades. Something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Perhaps you can forestall any further conflict. I have personally seen what the Valkyrie can do.
I look between my friends. I am very tapped for magical energies at the moment. I turn to the commander. Commander, do you by any chance know if you have any extra supplies we might be able to borrow off of you or pay for?
There are a few potions. We left with great haste. Infernia is about an hour away. We got here as quickly as we could. And he motions back and he says, "Riven, Kalian, see to them." You can see them dismount, and you can see they basically have like some large backpacks that they take off, and they've got, it looks like they've got some bandages, they've got a few potions and stuff like that. So just kind of like, it's like a first aid kit equivalent of stuff.
Right. Okay. And are there any elixirs I might be able to nab in that stash?
Yeah. Effectively, you can. Is this working yet? Does
I've been
not appear
trying.
So.
Mm-mm.
Okay, well that's still down. That's great. Okay. Perfect timing.
Well, they are three inventory points each.
The first time that I have seen the site go down, and it goes down on the day that we need to do a show.
The second it starts.
Okay. Which one of you wants to roll me a d6?
I can.
Okay.
4.
Okay. Now, there are a total of 4 IPs worth of IP here that you can grab.
Okay, that's gonna be enough for 1 and some change.
What's
what
your
you
total
mean,
IP?
Iris.
How big are your bags? I asked to Iris.
I typically can fit 2 of these.
How much do they cost? I don't know.
30 each, so they're 3 IP each for elixirs.
I can give you 3 if you want them. I have 3 I haven't used, and I think it's better if you just have them, right? Can I trade IP with my party members? Does that work?
So you can pull out the elixir, basically, and give that to her.
Okay, whatever works for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's 56 mana now. I'll pop
Is-
the cork.
It seems that we still have some supplies left over. Can you look after our friend while we go inside? I don't want him to be alone.
He is giving Enders a cursory glance, and he says,
I adjust my shirt so my titties are kind of popping out a little bit.
he's more looking over Enders. He says,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Never mind.
Just in the background, we see you like adjusting your shirt and like, I think he's giving Enders a once over, and he will say, for now,
He's housebroken.
we're going to assess the situation and then determine the state of, I don't know what to call her anymore, Moon. Once we determine the state of Moon, we're going to evacuate anyone that we can to Drakmore, and then you all are to come with me to Infernia.
That is fair. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay, I just drop Enders without damaging him.
The little like backpack part, the straps, just like they just flop. He just lands on his jaw.
Breaks a couple more bones.
Lands directly on his face.
Back in.
Yeah, and I think Rue was full on IP. I think that Bo had 3 left, and I think Iris was completely tapped.
Yes.
At the end of last.
So we have 4 that we could do. I could just grab it and give you guys potions if we need.
Sounds good to me.
Awesome.
Okay.
Once we've got all of the equipment settled, I begin to run towards the rubble, trying to catch up with those that have already made their way inside.
Okay. Yeah, so let's see. So we've got Bo and we've got Iris and we've got Enders outside. Rue is running inside to go along with the so there were 2 dragon riders that went in. There were 3 I think that were outside, and there's 1 that is still here along with the commander. The commander yells back, "Captain, any view on Moon?" And she yells, "No, sir. Still no sight on Moon. Skyer is keeping an eye out." If you look towards the captain's dragon, you can see this dragon is sort of smoke-colored. They are much more lithe than the commander's dragon. You can see they are... I think their wingspan is at half, if that, of the commander's dragon. This one is much longer and snake-like. And you can see some really, I think, the scales do not look thick on this dragon. This dragon looks like it is very fast. However, you can tell just from its quick movements, and it seems to be scanning the area with its sight and clearly with its sense of smell. Its tongue occasionally jutting out, and you can see this large forked tongue popping out now and again. The captain is sort of staying in the area, but is kind of patrolling about a little bit, moving back and forth. And you can see that the commander is... I have been logged out of the server. Hopefully that means it's starting back up. I don't know.
No dice from me.
Yeah, the commander is basically he's trying to help anybody that's watching after Enders. So I don't know if this is you, Iris, or what. But he's basically grabbing Enders under his arm, I guess, to try and haul him over towards his dragon. And again, if you approach this dragon, this thing looks fucking menacing. The commander, as the commander approaches, this dragon is eyeballing you, Iris. And you can see, its eye is huge, it's the size of it's almost the size of your head.
I gulp.
Yeah. This thing has what are the really large horses called? They're super buff looking.
Is it the thoroughbreds?
Geldings.
The Bretons?
Are you talking about Game of Thrones, weird names, or
no, just the real ones?
Real
there's
life.
Big, super buff horses. I can't remember what they're called. Are they draft horses? It might
draft
be Shires.
horses? Yeah.
Draft. Yeah, this would be the equivalent of a draft horse. This thing looks ripped as shit. This thing is huge, muscular dragon, and you can hear the commander say, "Ignarian, let her be. She's not food." There's a smell of that like burning ember sort of smell about him, that little bit of sulfur, a little bit of brimstone kind of smell as you get close.
There's a little bit of shit in my pants. Sorry. Not canon.
Jesus. Wrong show, non-canon.
Yeah, as you bring Enders over close, you can see that this dragon is just fucking mean looking. You set Enders up here, and I guess you kind of tend to him. You've got yourself an elixir. Do you pop an elixir?
I have popped the one that Bo gave me, and I'm holding the others on reserve.
Okay.
I think pretty much all I wish to do before we leave is maybe set his jaw.
Okay.
Because there's only so much magic can do, you know? You have to still set bones and stuff properly, I imagine.
Yeah.
Not if you're a bone mancer.
Yep. There's just like this fucking horrible like crunch sound as you set his jaw. There's probably a slight groan from Enders as you do it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
I think we're back. I've loaded into the game. Holy shit, thank God.
Me too.
Me too! Excellent.
Now, in terms of surrender rules and things like that, somebody who surrenders reappears in the next scene if they choose or if it narratively makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to go resurrecting him?
It does not appear so.
Okay. Let him rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We will leave him in your charge as we go check things out, okay?
He says, if Moon is still alive, he's sort of, you can tell he's kind of like looking you up and down, and he doesn't look like he thinks much of you. You know, this is like a hardened battle veteran type, and you all look like a sort of motley crew that has just limped out of this lab, broken and battered.
Wearing a frilly dress.
Yeah. And he does not seem to think much of you. And he says, if you are to run into Moon, leave the fighting to us.
Okay, bet. You
We'll
betcha.
support your men as best we can.
What did you say? I missed that.
I said we will support your men as best we can.
Good. And he says, in a booming voice, you hear him say, Riders! You have 10 minutes to find any refugees from the lab that you can. Beyond that, this place is ruined. We have orders to destroy it. 10 minutes!
Make sure your dragons and pets and stuff don't drink the red stuff. It's not good. I think it's off.
And before we start heading off, I'm going to take out the communication scroll that I have for Enders. And I'm just going to leave a note for when he wakes up and is able to respond. Essentially saying that everyone is okay, that we've gone back inside with the commander's men to try and rescue any survivors and investigate further. And to not worry, that we'll be back soon.
Okay. Rue, you have gone into the lab once again. Okay. As you enter, there's like fires and stuff that are happening here. And, there's still debris and smoke and stuff everywhere. Are you
a cloth up to my nose to try to filter it as much as I can.
Are you actually looking for Moon? Or what are you doing in here?
I'd like to see if anything has changed. If there are any signs of survivors, I would go that direction, but my ultimate goal is to try to reach Moon.
Okay. Very well.
I also, along the way, I'm going to try to encourage the Dragon Riders to come with me.
Okay. They will identify themselves as Kaylin and Riven.
Okay.
Yeah. Kaylin has not really spoken very much. Riven was this sort of talkative one. They are easily, you can immediately tell that they are on the younger side. They have that rookie vibe about them. They're probably a little talkative as you enter the lab. So, how long have you known Moon?
Oh, I've known Moon for a very long time. We went to middle school together. We were children.
Middle school? Is that in the middle of Koga, or?
I think we need to go this way. Follow me, and I will begin to rush forward.
Okay, I need a Dex and Dex check as you begin to enter into Drakmore Labs once again.
Okay. Difficulty?
12.
That's 10.
All right. The debris is pretty bad. Stuff's on fire. There's bad smoke and whatnot. Are you heading the way that you came back up, like down that staircase? Where are you going?
I imagine that I didn't really see the way out because I smoke bombed out. So I imagine this path that I'm taking, I'm guessing. I'm trying to use my best judgment because I did not actually physically witness the way out that Bo and Iris did.
Okay. Insight. Difficulty will be, I'm gonna say 14.
Oh, okay. That's a fumble.
That's a fumble. Hey, at least you get a Fabula point.
Nice. Okay.
But you have no idea which way you came up. And you are effectively trying to find this staircase in completely the wrong direction. Yeah. As the Dragon Riders try to assist you, Riven says, "Do you know which direction Moon was, or where are we? We need some kind of information. Anything you can tell us."
I know Iris was the one that looked at the map. There was the E. We were looking at the names of the rooms, and I look around trying to see if there's any identifiers anywhere. I think we were like 3 or 4, 5 floors down. I'm not sure.
All right. Kaylin, I will see if I can find the staircase. And you can see like a nod from Kaylin. Kaylin will point towards what appears to be the room that you first came into when you were in the lab the first time, the like initial research room that you were in, with the large like emberstone crystals, and the like luxurious sort of wood has all kind of collapsed. There's red liquid and puddles all around that sort of are leaking out from the debris of this room. It's quite clear that there's like bodies that are underneath this rubble, and their blood is sort of mixing with the emberstone.
This is where it all began. This is where I fell through the floor.
This is where Moon was?
No, Moon was further down.
Oh, okay. All right. Kaylin is like, you can see like Kaylin's trying to shove some rubble away, and Riven sort of helps.
I'd like to do something while they're busy.
Sure.
Looking around, do I see any emberstone that isn't in a liquidized form?
Insight. This is going to be difficulty 12.
Come on, game. I can't fail 3 rolls in a... There we go, 19.
Yeah, you do. There's some... You can see that, like, there's maybe a crystal of emberstone, maybe about the size of your hand. It's lying on the floor. It's like just near the debris.
While they're busy, I'd like to swipe up the emberstone and throw it into my inventory. But I would like to use my shawl as a physical barrier. I don't want to touch the emberstone right now.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say, I'm not going to make you make a roll for that. You just kind of grab that, and you're trying to do what with it?
Throw it into my inventory.
Okay. When you try to put the emberstone in your inventory, it does not accept it. When you try to put it in your inventory, as a matter of fact, what happens is...
No, don't.
I gotta do some chess here. Hold on.
You're gonna make me actually poop.
If my inventory ends up exploding, I'm just gonna read out loud everything that's gonna fall out of my pockets. I have a staff. I have 4 guns. I have 5 swords, a short bow, the broken armor. I've got...
What are you thinking about when you put when you try to put the emberstone in the inventory?
I'm thinking about if we encounter Moon again and she isn't herself, I might need a little extra juice to deal with her. Because I don't want to die again. But I'm not ready to leave my friend behind.
The emberstone turns gaseous when you try to put it in your inventory. As it does so, you can swear that you see a reflection of Moon in the gas. And it just slips through your fingers.
My eyes go wide. Fuck. I'm not smart enough to know what this means. Okay. I just moved to help Kalian and Riven set rocks aside.
Okay. You are clearing debris. There's just too much. Like, you probably heard the 10-minute warning, basically, from the commander. There's too much debris here. You're not going to do anything in 10 minutes.
This is taking too long. I peer into the hole. Do you have any rope?
I don't think you even clear enough of it to even see the hole in the floor. Yeah, I mean, there's big slabs of concrete, broken furniture and stuff. This is heavy stuff. This just to even get to that will take you like longer than 10 minutes, you think?
Fuck. I look around for an alternate way to go down. One of them mentioned a staircase?
Yeah. You can like Riven, I can't remember if Kalen was going to look for the staircase or if it was Riven. Let's just say it was Kalen because Kalen is very quiet. So Kalen will sort of begin to look around this place to see if they can find a staircase. They go to the area where the where you probably would have seen like the elevator go down into this place. I'm gonna say after like a minute, they probably signal towards the both of you. And Kalen will finally speak the first time you've heard them speak. Riven, the stairs are destroyed along with the lift. Well, that's not good. Okay, did you see any other survivors? Kalen shakes their head.
Look. I reach into my inventory and I pull out a very familiar to you now orb of roiling purple black smoke. I'm gonna use a Fabula point to see you later and try to teleport to Moon.
Very well. Let me see here. Does not work.
I'm out of ideas. We need to get down. We need to get down.
I don't think there is any way to get down. The stairs are damaged. The lift is down. I don't know what to do. Kaylin, can you think of anything? We can try to smash through the floor.
Okay.
I'm worried if there will be more survivors. Does it matter? We have 10 minutes. Not even. 7 minutes now.
Desperately, I will run over to where the hole is supposed to be, and I'll start jumping on it with my whole body weight, trying to smash it and crush it underfoot.
Might and might. Difficulty 14.
This is not great. It's not possible. It's literally impossible
you
for
can
me.
get a crit.
If you get a crit.
Yeah, it's awkward. You're trying to like climb up on top of the debris, and it's like at an angle and stuff. You're stomping it, and some of the debris is sliding off. Like, yeah. And Kaylin and Riven say, "We need to look around this floor. We need to see if there's anyone in here now that we can save. We're not going to save anyone in the lower floors. There's no way."
I don't stop. I keep going.
You keep smashing away at the debris. And it begins to move underneath. You begin to slide off of the debris here as it is moving underneath you. You can feel things loosening.
Jan! And I go in for a hug. I grab her by the shoulders. We need to move. Now. Who are these people? And I look around.
It's Moon! Moon is here! Kaylin! You see two what look to be warriors in plate mail, royal guard of Millifax, draw swords.
Wait, what are you doing? I lift my hand up and I'm gripping Moon by the arm, holding her close to me.
Come with me. I'm going back to the airship.
Why are they drawing swords on you?
I don't know. I'm confused. And it doesn't feel right. You come with me?
Kaylin, what do we do? We are ordered to stop Moon.
I look at them, and I raise my hand.
No, don't hurt them. Don't hurt them. Let's go, Moon. Moon. Let's go.
I take Rue's hand, and I dash out of the area as quickly as possible.
Okay. This will be Dex and Dex, I think. Just an open check.
Okay.
Okay. There's a lot of debris around Moon. As you begin to rush away, Kaylin and Riven block your path. You're not going anywhere! We were ordered to stop you!
I look at them. Do you want to live?
Are you the one that destroyed the lab?
I pound my foot. And I intend to break the floor.
Okay. Are you using an Ultima point to do this?
I am not. I'm doing it out of aggravation and frustration in the hopes that they'll move.
Okay. Might and might, I think.
Another open check?
Find yourself struggling. Riley, as you look at Moon, she looks pretty banged up.
Maybe we don't want to go that way. I whisper to her, leaning in closely. There's more topside. They've got dragons.
We need to get back to the airship.
You're surrounded, Moon. You can't escape.
I
Don't
look
be
around.
stupid.
How many are there?
There's 2 plus you and Riley at the moment. You can probably see the entrance, like, beyond. Maybe, like, 50 feet away. And glass is just where the entrance was. This, this is like a brutalist kind of building, right? So like the front is like, you know, it probably looks like aluminum, like that brushed aluminum kind of look, and concrete and glass. And the entrance is just kind of like, you know, broken and the glass is blown out.
Can't look that way for too long. I'm getting a massive headache. Rue, we need to go. We need to go now. We can't stay here. And I grab her hand tightly.
I will whip out 2 of my bladed roses. I'd like to use a combination of my abilities here, if that's okay. Assuming that I'm technically starting the conflict, I'd like to try to use high speed to get the jump on them. And I'd like to do a free attack here. I want to combo that with barrage, so I can send out 2. And I want to combo that with warning shot. So my intention here is to not hurt them. I want to try to inflict slow on both of them, essentially. This is going to be very expensive for me, but I want to slow them down to try to give us a window to get out of here.
Okay.
This is going to cost me basically all of the MP that I have.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and make an attack roll. This is versus their physical defense?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will be using my bladed roses.
Yeah.
Okay, here goes.
That is a miss.
Oh, I'm gonna use a Fabula point if that's okay.
Okay.
Alright, I'd like to invoke my identity of Slick Opportunist. I have the jump on them. They're not expecting me to work with Moon. So...
yeah, I'll take that. Sure. They definitely were not expecting you to do this.
Do I want to reroll both of them?
I am shaking.
Fuck. That's worse. It's a 7.
Yeah. I think as you throw your bladed roses, you realize these people were trying to help you a few moments ago, and maybe you're a little self-conscious as you throw the roses, and they, yeah, I think you throw them really far away, like a warning shot. There's like a warning shot, and then there's like a clear miss, you know? You definitely did the latter. And what are you doing? We are here to help you.
We have to get her out of here. This place is doing something to her.
And I crumple to the floor.
Jan.
She is the one that did this.
Try to grab her.
No.
Please. Please.
Stay back.
What is happening?
And now I would like to use an Ultima point, because I start to transform against my better intuition or willpower, whatever it is. There's something that begins to come over me, and I can no longer stop it.
You can see Kaylin is beginning to cast some kind of spell. You can see that there's this silver light that begins to swirl around their arm, and you can see it start to like glow brightly on their sword as this silver pearlescent sort of glow begins to spread outwards from her, encompassing her and Riven. What do you do, Moon?
I look at the person directly in front of me, or the people directly in front of me.
Yep.
I've got Rue tightly by the hand. And I begin to walk forward without aggression.
Stop! Stop! You need to come with us!
I ignore them.
I think you need to run.
No, we're fine. I silently walk, continuing towards the door.
You can see them start to get into combat stances as you approach. I told you to stop!
I raise a hand. You need to
Move.
What do you do?
The ground starts to shake beneath the squad that has formed and is blocking us. There are small bits of red shards that come out of the ground. And everything starts quaking.
Familiar rumbles begin to make their way through the labs. The ground is destabilized as you can see Kaylin and Riven trying to maintain their balance. The ground begins to shake as the rumbling continues. Debris starts to fall all around. More things begin to fall in the background as the rumbling continues. What is she doing?
I said, move!
And there's an eruption that may or may knock some of these guys to the side.
You see them tossed aside as these slabs of concrete just rumble and break around the floor. They sort of stumbling into the wall around as the path is clear.
I continue walking forward.
I grip her hand. I try to match her cadence. And I'm shaking.
Are we outside of the building?
Yes. Outside, you can see the scene of a small rescue operation. There's a few people sort of milling about in the distance, maybe 200 feet away or so. You can make out Iris and Bo and Enders and a few others that look like researchers, as well as more of these guards. There is a very large dragon at the front of the wedge, and next to it is a lean, smoke-colored dragon with slick scales and a more snake-like appearance, much smaller than that. It lets forth a roar as you exit the building with Rue in hand.
I look bored, and I don't react. And I turn to Riley, and I bend down slightly, and I caress her cheek.
My friend, hold on.
And I start to levitate.
What? Oh. I throw my arms around her neck to try to hold myself to her.
Might and Dex, please. Difficulty 10.
Okay. I'm gonna use my last Fabula point to re-roll that, if that's okay. I'd like to invoke my identity of Slick Opportunist. I know that this is a very dangerous situation right now, but I think the most opportunistic thing for us is if I stay with her. I feel that I'm the most grounding thing available to us right now. And I saw a part of her, who I know her to be, in that building. And I hope to bring that back out.
Okay. We'll accept it.
Okay. The dice do not like me today. 11.
You hang on as Moon begins to rise up into the air. There is a warning roar that comes from the dragons around you, Iris and Bo.
Oh.
Rue, what are you doing?
It appears your friend has joined Moon.
In this moment, I would like to attempt a ritual, because you can do them in clocks and what have you, depending on the complexity. Similar to the ritual that I did with my spiritism specialties, where I can examine, or how I found basically each one of them. I'd like to attempt to sense Moon's emotions, or kind of try to see if I can make a bigger understanding of what it is I'm seeing in front of me.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm just trying to see what the difficulty is going to be here and how much mind points this is going to cost you.
Yes, so...
This is a major potency.
for sensing emotions.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was medium. Because I'm not influencing the emotion.
I'm increasing it by 1.
Okay.
Because of the situation. So I'm going to say
Fair
this
enough.
would be a major one. This would not be a medium.
Major, okay.
And it's an individual, so it'd be 1.
Okay.
Or a multiplier of 1. Still want to do
And
it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So that'll
Because
be
information
difficulty-
is key.
That'll be difficulty 13, insight and willpower.
Insight and willpower. And you said it was 13, right?
Mm-hmm. Does it
I would
fail?
like to use a Fabula point to re-roll this.
Okay.
Now I have 2 things that might be able to apply. Either the fact that I have the inquisitive background, which means that I am very, very curious about what the hell is going on in this situation. And I also have my background of being a priestess. This is my specialty.
I think the first one is more appropriate for this.
Okay. All right, and that is a Fabula point here. It's only giving me invoke bond and stuff to reroll. That's so weird.
Just reroll it manually.
Yeah. Insight, willpower, difficulty 13. 20 critical.
Okay. Got an opportunity. Actually, let me just double check because I don't know if these apply to rituals. I don't see why it wouldn't, but I just want to check because we haven't had one yet. I think you're good. What opportunity would you like to use?
Oh, excellent. I would like to use... I think Unmask fits this. Either that or information, but I believe Unmask is more appropriate in the situation.
Okay. Moon, I'm going to let you communicate to Iris what she picks up from you with this ritual. What does this look like, Iris?
I look towards her, and I don't even raise my staff at this point. I am just trying very hard to sense the aura that she is giving off at the moment, for that is a big part of what I do. I close my eyes for a moment, and I breathe in, and the magic begins to swell around me. That similar gentle rainbow, that soft kind of pastel. And the gem on my staff begins to glow as my eyes begin to change color. And I see through you.
You see my eyes close. And they reopen like nothing happened. And Iris, you feel an odd sense of removal from Moon. Like when you go to a funeral and you don't know the person very well, but you know that a lot of people here are sad or angry. But you're removed. You know that at the end of the day, this is not your issue, this is not your problem. Just because someone else has passed doesn't mean that it will affect you. There's a cold emptiness that washes over you, Iris. And it's so unlike you. It's so unlike you, and it hits you in a way that has never been your character. Not even in real life. It is anti-Idislith.
I don't know what to make of this.
The
And this is-
commander is rushing to mount Ignarian, his molten blood dragon.
I'm sorry, what?
To be clear, the emotions that I have just received are what I'm getting from Moon in particular. It's a reflection.
Yes. Directly.
Now, with the unmask, I know that we probably don't want to go too far into it. With that opportunity, do I get any sort of look into Moon's motivations in this moment? Why does she want Rue?
In this moment, I can recognize Rue as a friend. There's an almost sense of loss, of clarity in me. But because there's a loss of clarity, I don't see it. I'm missing empathy almost entirely.
Moon, you need to fight this! Please! We can try turning everything out!
I still look bored.
Mount your dragons!
In one flash, I rise even further.
Don't be directly underneath her, Iris. She'll squish you.
And
kind of look
I
for somewhere not to be
start
squished at.
flying through the sky away at a very fast speed.
Rue!
Cling to her chest as we're moving through the air. I close my eyes.
Oh,
Rue. You can feel the rush of wind against your hair It's cold up here. It's very cold. And I know where we're going. But you might not.
As Rue clings to Moon, you see those wings that you saw when you first awakened in Regalia on Moon's back. A sort of silver glow emanates from her armor. They are vast, but you see the armor looks different. It's blackened. Soot. And the wings reflect this as well. She flies into the distance with Rue clinging.
Riders! Our quarry escapes! You will wait here!
Okay. How long? By ourselves? Where are you going? What do we do?
They begin to take off.
Did they leave Enders or did they go with him?
Left Enders.
Okay. Oh boy.
She felt so cold.
What do you mean?
And I look over to you with my eyes glowing this pale golden light. Her aura. Everything I sensed, there is such a detachment, and yet I sensed that there was a recognition that Rue is an ally. I don't understand.
I have no idea. I mean, I'm not sure. Like, she immediately squished me. So, no offense, but I'm not so sure if I can trust her. Even if she's friends with Rue. I guess, I just look at Iris confused.
I don't understand why Rue went with her.
I mean, when they chums before, right? IRL?
Yes, but she tried to kill her.
I mean, I suppose she did. But then again, maybe she's different. You know that one time when we fought that dragon, the ice one that she turned into paste? She kind of like calmed down. Maybe she can calm down, and that's where she is right now. You know, hangry.
The feeling that I got from Moon now versus when I was locating everyone previously, did they feel in line with each other, like they were the same person?
I'm going to say no, because you got a crit.
Okay, I'm gonna need the tiniest bit of an explanation in terms of how to interpret this, because I do not wish to go too far in terms of interpretations. What is it that, logically speaking, I would deduce from this possibly?
I don't know if you can use logic to deduce what is happening here.
So they seemed as though they were two different auras completely.
It was really hard to tell. It definitely did not seem like one, though.
What do you want us to do?
I don't know what we can do. We just have Enders. And looking around, all of the riders have disappeared, right?
The riders have taken off. Yeah. That's that one that was like smoke colored. That one was like a rocket.
Bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've all chased Moon, yes?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I
They're going to
suppose.
die.
What
She's too strong.
What do you want to do? I mean, I could try and take us in that direction if she's going a straight shot to wherever she's going.
Did we take the vehicle here?
Yeah, it's in Drakmore, the town.
We can make our way to town and grab the vehicle. We said she said the
Do we know where she's going?
I don't know.
I don't know how fast I'd be, but I can fly. I haven't tried before, but table talk, I have chimeric rituals, and I think it's in my wheelhouse to be able to do this.
All right. We'll need to take Enders as well.
Okay. I've never tried to carry more than one person before, let alone large distances, but as far as I know they went that way, that away, that a ways. If we go to town and get a car, and then all of a sudden, well, I mean, she's flying, right? What if there's a river, or a mountain, or a valley, or a peak, or trees? We can't take cars through trees.
Wait. And I will pull out the communication scroll that I have for Rue. And I will write hastily, Rue, please tell us where it is you are going. Let us at least try to meet you. You are in danger.
Rue, in terms of receiving and communication, it's probably just this kind of annoying, that feeling of like when your ears just ring for no reason. You know, that just kind of fades off randomly. It's a little bit like that when you receive a communication. So you're in the middle of flying away.
She's not gonna respond yet.
I'm not responding. It's cold. I don't want to open my eyes. My best friend just turned into a villain.
Typical Thursday.
So yeah, there's no response.
Yes, I mean, I sent that mostly for her to check when she is able to. That's just a last-ditch effort to try and get some sort of communication from her. But, I suppose I'll just go back to town and at least try to move towards the direction we saw them going.
Okay.
And watching the dragons go and watching Moon and Rue in the air, towards which cardinal direction would we be able to deduce that they've gone?
Insight and insight, difficulty 12. You can roll as a group if you like.
Oh, do you know where it is they're going? I'll start the check.
I mean, all I know is I saw where they're going and have a map on me. Rolled an 8.
18 success.
Almost directly west.
West. My brain trying to remember the world map.
You can
I'm
look at the
trying
world
very
map.
hard not to assume. Yes. Let's
Do you
see.
reckon she's going back to the airship?
Well, if she's going towards the west, it is possible. But it is very dangerous for us to go that way. With just 3 of us? Let's just go. Let's just get to the vehicle and then we'll figure things out.
Okay. DM, in order to avoid, I don't know, whatever wild shits between us and town, would it be possible for me to use a chimeric ritual to see if I can even do this?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Basically, this is going to be you trying to carry 2 other people and fly as fast as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's figure this out.
Okay. That's not what was supposed to happen, was it?
Okay. So this is going to be medium potency. And this is going to be a small MP multiplier of 2. So basically this would cost you 60 mind points. And you would have to make a insight.
Oh, I have no mind points on me right now. I've got 33, so never mind then, I guess.
And this would be a might and willpower. Yeah, I mean, like, it might be possible, but you just got out of a horrible situation. You're pretty gassed.
Right. Okay.
I do have a potion left that we could give you if you would have enough for it.
Just to give me enough juice, right? So maybe perhaps we can get to town.
Pick up more if we need to spend the money?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yes. I will go ahead and I will hand you an elixir.
Okay, and I
3 MP or IP?
lap it up. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so this will cost you, just for the attempt, this is going to cost you 60 mind points.
Okay.
Now, people can aid in rituals, your teammates. Is it possible, being that I am very skilled in the art of everything arcane, would I be able to assist?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
think the chimeric stuff is quite a bit different. This is like, I would say if you had, like, one of your classes was like mutant or something along those lines, I think you might be able to help, but I don't think so in this case. So this will be difficulty 10, and I'm going to say, so you can do, there's some potential rolls here where this could be insight and willpower or might and willpower. I'm going to say this is might and willpower.
Okay. Works for me. Roll check. Might, willpower, difficulty 10. 12.
What does this look like, Bo?
So during our travels, I've seen all manner of weird things. As a chimerist, what happens is that you kind of learn from nature, you kind of learn from seeing things about you and stuff. And because I'm a slime, you're calling it a mutant, but I'm a slime! Because I'm a slime, I'm kind of plastic, in that I can move, I can transform and change my shape and my general demeanor, grow pseudopods and, grow wings and stuff. I'm fusing the two right now, chimerism and, being a slime, and trying to take the form of the dragon on the road that I saw that one time.
Okay, so that was a drake. That was like a much smaller dragon.
Right.
How do you think you're carrying Iris and Enders?
So you know how camels have humps? Well, I don't have that. I've got, like, weird blobby saddles.
Okay. Alrighty. Very well. So yeah, there's just this squishy saddle. That there's this transformation that happens, Iris, and I think you just get like hauled and thrown up onto a saddle. Anders is sort of, laying on top of one of the saddles.
Yes, and I'm holding him steady as well.
Yeah. And Bo begins to fly as fast as he can. Bo, you immediately feel the strain on your, like, from using this much, from using this many mind points. You got that like headache that begins to appear. How much do you have left? Just out of curiosity. 0. Yeah. So this is like migraine. This is like really bad migraine. Whenever anybody hits like 0 on your mind points, I think that's kind of the gist of this. It's like horrible migraine until you get more back.
Right, okay, a dose of reality, because that's how I feel right now. Let's go!
Great. So you take off, and last week we had a vertical fight. You essentially needed to get through this debris and make it safely up this stairwell. This week we have an epic flight scene as we see Moon and Rue leading this leading the way at breakneck speeds, followed by this smoke-colored snake-like dragon that you heard was called Skyr. And the captain of the Vanguard is riding this in the lead. The dragons are following behind, but they're in essentially a line as they are not nearly as fast and probably falling back, and slowly the distance is getting further and further apart as Bo and Iris, with Enders on the saddle here as well, are following in the rear. Okay.
I have pseudopods buckling Ender's self to my body.
A little harness.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Let's see, what do I have for this?
Remember to fasten your pseudopods.
Let's try this one. I don't know if I've played this one yet. We're gonna find out. Okay. I need I think this is gonna be a might and dex check, Bo.
Ooh. Might and dex.
Yes.
Open
Open check.
Open check. Okay. Might and dex. 11.
Okay. I need to make some rolls now. Let's see about these dragons. How fast they are hauling ass. Okay. These two. Okay. Oh yeah, this is a good try. Yeah. Okay. We see this crazy flight chase scene happening right now as wind is whipping past. It's super cold up here as well. The air is whistling past you both as you ascend. You can see the dragons sort of twirling about. You know also that you have been warned that this is an incredibly dangerous area to the west here as you are flying through. There is stuff happening like on the ground. You can see there's what appears to be like some volcanoes and stuff and trails of like rivers of lava that are sort of trailing down these volcanoes. There's smoke and stuff that you kind of have to avoid here, but we see Bo sort of like nimbly trying to make his way through with Iris on back. Iris, you're holding on for dear life. Like Bo is going like super fast, and you are trying your best to hold on here as he's kind of maneuvering around the smoke and whatnot. You see one of the other dragons start to get within range of you. The rider sort of looks over to you. What are you doing?
Providing support!
Trying to help!
Do not cross us! If you fight, you will die!
We don't intend to cross, just follow!
This is probably one of the ones that you didn't really speak to. I think this is one of the people that was like going to look for survivors on the exterior of the building. Mm-hmm. And this person has I think you can see it's almost like the dragon almost has like a crystalline sort of scales to it. They're not quite like glass, but there's like purples and blues for this dragon. They're probably like medium sort of size in comparison to the other dragons that you've seen thus far. Decent size wingspan, and they appear to be one of the slower ones. They're in the back as you start to pass them. Up ahead, just not too far ahead, you can see what appears to be a white and gold dragon and rider. They have a more nimble sort of appearance on the smaller side. As you begin to catch up to them, and you can see like they are just ahead as you begin to catch up. You begin to pass them as they look over towards you, and they say, "Moon is in the front! Our dragon riders have not caught up with her!"
Okay, we'll stay with you. Am I faster than them? Because if I am, maybe perhaps I'll just keep going.
Okay. Yeah, you're moving pretty fast here, Bo. A bunch of them, I rolled really bad for a bunch of them.
Okay.
And you eclipse the third dragon, and then the fourth dragon. And then you can see the three up ahead are significantly faster. You're actually approaching the next dragon. Looks to be Ignarian, that sort of towering molten blood dragon. And, you know, there's smoke that's sort of billowing from its wings as it's moving. Looks like as fast as this thing can move. As you approach,
I hope this is a good idea.
Yep. As you approach, you can see like the commander look towards you, and he says,
Stand down! We will handle this!
I think at that notion, I'm going to maybe perhaps apply the brake slightly. I'm going to turn my pinions downward so I slow down so I don't overtake him, because he sounds scary. And
Okay.
I'm not equipped to fight or to try and zip past, maybe.
okay. Alrighty. As we see you sort of catch up to Ignarian and the commander, the camera sort of quickly pans to the front of the pack, where we see Moon and Rue at the very front. Moon, you can see just maybe a few hundred feet behind you, there is a smoke-colored dragon that is gaining on you. It is snake-like as it's meandering its way towards you. You can see that it is, again, maybe 200 feet away, something like that.
And it's coming at me.
Yeah, it's chasing you.
And you start to see this kind of reddish, weird, glowing aura around me as my eyes sort of light up and change into something that looks a bit more furious. And I turn around and I stop midair. And I hold out my hand. And a beam shoots out of my hand.
Okay. Let's see. Do me a favor and roll me a insight and willpower. Open check, please. Okay. This beam of energy shoots out from Moon, and we see this dragon just kind of barely evade and swirl around, and then it catches its tail. There is a horrible roar from this creature. It sounds in absolute agony as you see it begin to try to continue to fly, but it can't quite keep its balance in the air, and the wings slowly seem like they're grasping at the air, trying to keep itself aloft, and it starts to fall.
I look disgusted. And I turn around and keep moving forward, dashing into the clouds.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna roll for clouds. Yep, there are clouds. There's various smoke and like ash that's in the air here, Moon. You make your way into some of these smoke clouds up ahead, and you essentially try to lose them. The dragons continue. The smoke dragon Skyer sort of begins to fall back as you see the other dragons begin to continue. They begin to chase you into the smoke, and they begin to try to look for you. Rue, are you doing anything?
I'm trying to hold on to dear life. I don't think there's anything I can do right now. I try to make myself small as I cling.
I don't notice Rue moving around at all,
Okay.
but I know that she is holding on.
Okie dokie. Alrighty. The dragons. We're gonna need another roll here from the dragons. These two. Trying to keep track of all these numbers is insane. Okay. Okay, so the dragons are going to enter the smoke. We see Bo, you are also approaching with Iris and Enders on your back. I need you to make another might and dex check, please, for me, please, Bo.
Okay, might and dex.
Yep.
Okay, open check. Go, 14.
Nice. Okay. You rush into
Thanks,
the
I tried.
smoke. The commander looks like they are trying to take like a strategic position around the smoke cloud, trying to sort of scan the cloud to see if Moon escapes someplace, and he motions with hands. There's no calls in the air at this speed. He motions with his hands, and there's something that kind of like flashes out from them. This sort of bright glow. You might be able to notice that the other dragon riders look immediately after seeing this flash that happens. And they all sort of nod their heads as they begin to sort of split as they begin to move around and head into the smoke. We can see the commanders waiting outside this smoke cloud, and it would be 5 dragons begin to enter the cloud, and they begin to look for Moon.
Okay.
Moon, as you enter this cloud, you can see that there is a dragon that comes into view, and this will be a dragon that is sort of I imagine probably blue, purple, and black in color. It sort of has almost that chameleon paint kind of look to it. And as it enters, again, kind of like on the smaller side, this dragon. This is the one that Kaelin is riding. Kaelin is currently in view, and you can see this dragon sort of expand its wings. It definitely catches you, and you can see her begin to raise her sword up. What do you do?
Before she even has a chance to swing the sword, I strike with my bare hand the dragon. I'm immediately there, and I intend to make a cut.
I need you to make a might and might roll, please. Open.
That's a critical.
Oh boy!
You wanted to make a cut, Moon.
Well.
I think you do something pretty brutal here. I think the wing is gone.
Yeah. The entire wing comes off, and you see this weird stuff start to ooze out of the wing, and there's like scales everywhere. There's a terrible sound, and I am emotionless.
Kaelin screams. Ash Whisper! As the dragon roars in agony, falling to the ground. You see it slowly make its way through the smoke. Another
I
dragon.
turn my head so that just my one eye can look down at this creature and this being as they disappear into the smoke, half buried in Moon's hair. My eyes are wild and scared, but I don't say anything.
Okay. The next dragon approaches, and this is a red dragon. And you are immediately greeted by a fireball effectively sent towards both of you. And this is gonna be... I need to check on this for a second. I was not expecting this. Okay. Same dice. Oh, terrible roll. I got an 8 versus your this will be magic defense. Moon?
That would be 9.
Okay. So yeah, you dodge out of the way of this fireball, Moon. It's a much more stout dragon. It's wider and shorter. And this looks like a beefy boy. As you now can see the dragon behind the fireball as it sails past you and Rue.
To avoid the fireball, I just drop out of the air.
Okay.
Which might have been a little jarring for Rue, but it is so instantaneous that it's like I can just appear in another coordinate at will, almost.
Okay. You basically go like hold your wings and your arms, pull them both in, and just like a pencil just being dropped. You just descend super quickly like a torpedo going straight down. And we see the dragon begin to spin and like rotate and begin to like follow you, and you hear Groma! Our quarry is down below! Follow! And I need to make... Okay. Alright. So this one, as you descend, you can see that there are now 2 dragons above you, Moon, following you downwards. It's this red dragon that has been identified as Grolma, and then a new dragon has entered the cloud of smoke. This one is sort of gold tinged, sort of like a I guess it would be maybe some blues and yellows and gold, as this one kind of descends. It's mostly gold color with blue accents, and it is on the sleeker side. It's much smaller than the other dragons. And Cadet Riven is on its back as he sails past Grolmaw and will approach you. And you can see he's got like his sword raised, and he says, "Moon, you were a savior. What happened? You ended the war. Do not do this."
And something gets through. At hearing this character's voice, it's almost like I awaken. And I look down. Riley? And then we start to plummet.
I scream as I clutch deeply, burying my fingertips into Moon as much as I can.
And I am screaming bloody murder.
Dragons follow. Bo, you
Yes.
enter this smoke cloud, or do you stay with the commander?
I'm trying to see. I guess what I'm trying to do is to make sure that I don't lose sight of Rue and the Moon.
You
as
see
we
Rue. You
plummet-
see Moon and Rue basically plummeting through the cloud.
Okay. I think
I'd
maybe
like to try to keep my eyes on them if I can in order to help Bo navigate so that he's not as stressed out and doesn't have to handle everything himself as well.
Okay.
Thank you. Should I try and catch them?
Can you hold 2 more?
Can I hold 2 more? Maybe. In a crashing sort of descent, but not
Maybe
flying.
you
I
can
don't
only slow
think.
their fall?
Right. Maybe.
Rue, through all of the screaming, all of this kind of like rain and precipitation hitting us because we're basically falling through clouds, I clutch you tighter and you hear me start to laugh. And we start to levitate again.
But maybe it's a good idea if we just stay put.
We have to help, Bo!
You see the black and silver wings emerge from Moon again.
I think 2 pseudopods fly from the Bo's neck towards Iris's hands, so she can now control Bo. I don't know what I'm doing up here or down here.
I'll steer you towards them.
Okay. Now you have as much agency as I in the situation is all, you know.
Okay.
So if you kill us, it's not just my fault.
As Moon and Rue slow, you see 2 dragons emerge from the smoke above them. And the commander begins to motion with Ignarian from the side. And you can see he just extends his sword outwards, sheathes his sword, and he draws forth this wicked-looking black lance.
I fly up to him.
There is this scene where we have this over-the-shoulder camera view behind the commander as he is approaching Moon and Rue. Rue, this is fucking terrifying.
I'm crying.
This is a dragon the size of a city bus with a giant fucking wingspan, and you can see the veins of what look like lava, like molten lava, just kind of trailing through its scales as it's extending its body like fully. You know, its neck is fully forward, and it's moving, it's flapping its wings, and you can see it changes the way that it moves. It's sort of compressing its body and lengthening it. And you can see that there is like this red and orange and white glow that begins to grow from its belly to its neck as you and Moon approach.
I'm instantaneously over near where this man is, and as he's drawing his weapon, before he can even get it out, I'm right there in front of him, floating with Rue. And I take my shield that's in my other hand, and I just give him this awful, awful grin. Something that he might not even be expecting.
There's this horrible moment of like dead pause as you see his eyes through his visor, and they go a bit wide. He's trying to like raise up the lance.
And as he raises his lance, in a flash, my eyes change one more time. And my shield is thrown to the left. And without even looking, it begins to cut through this dragon's neck.
No! Ignoria!
A horrible ball of fire erupts from the decapitated dragon.
I watch as bits and pieces of the scales and flesh come apart. All of the sinews and fibers of this dragon are just being torn asunder by the shield and thereby gravity. And you can see the fire just get completely extinguished, and there's a puff of smoke that starts to engulf both me and the rider.
Final roar of the mighty Ignarian rings through the air as we see Moon with Rue holding on for dear life and the now tumbling commander.
I steer towards the commander.
We go in and attack dive towards the commander to try and save him from meeting the ground too hard.
You can see the lance is just thrown to the side. He's grabbing his sword, and he's just trying to fucking stab Moon right now.
Okay, well, if Moon's really close to him, maybe perhaps we're going to keep our distance, you know,
Maybe we just slow it down a little bit, see what
just a
happens.
tiny bit, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
Keep an eye out for him falling.
All right.
Or them falling.
Let's see here. What is this? It's gonna be might, I think. Okay. Ooh, that's not good. Ugh, terrible roll. A 7 versus your physical defense, Moon. As this flailing commander is trying to stab you with a sword as you're both falling. I assume that is a miss.
Yes, it is. Several times I dodge out of the way, just at breakneck speed. Wherever he's jabbing is where I am not.
Okay.
Oh, your poor dragon.
Curse you! Curse you, Moon! Curse you!
And I just watch.
I need a might check. Hang on. As all this happens. This is going to be difficulty. I'm going to say 14.
Oh, that's impossible. 8.
Rue, you cannot hold on.
I slip and I begin to fall.
I notice, and for a second, I just watch her fall. And then immediately dive down to go back to get her.
You grab
And
Rue.
I try and catch her.
Please don't drop me. Please don't drop me. Please don't drop me.
Dangling
You don't
below
see any emotion
Rue.
on my face.
Dangling below Rue, we see the commander just kind of like flailing about, falling.
Going to try to save him. We want to
Okay.
minimize casualties.
All right. This is going to be Might and Dex here.
Okay.
You can make a group check, I think.
All right, Might and Dex group check.
Yep.
Difficulty
This is going to be difficulty 12.
12. Okay.
Ten success for me. For the group
Okay,
check.
let's do this. Rolling 18.
Yes. The commander is sort of flailing and falling, and I think we see that almost like that Die Hard camera angle, you know, and near the end, and then
I'll launch pseudopods out to him or something from my chest.
yeah, we see the pseudopods, and Bo, this is like taking a toll on you. Like this is the longest you've been like transformed. This is the most effort you've put into while being transformed for this long of a time. This is gonna have some like consequences for sure.
Right, yeah.
But you extend a pseudopod, and just this like flailing hand grabs onto it. Ah! And he's just, I imagine he's just like dangling, you know, like hanging on by like one hand.
Bow, wing, please don't squeeze too hard.
Does it look like any of the other dragon riders have like a stout, like a more stout dragon that could hold 2 people?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's 2 dragons that have emerged from the smoke now. One of them is a sort of stout red dragon. It's much girthier than the other one, which is kind of gold and with blue accents.
Yeah, wordlessly, I am steering Bo towards that dragon.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say that you're able to kind of do that. You swing him over there, and the commander just kind of like roughly falls on top. Commander! And you...
We should retreat!
Ignorian is gone!
What? The commander...
Where's the captain? She fell! No!
I'm
looks-
watching all of this.
Yeah, he's like looking up, and we just see this moment where these 2 dragons and Bo sort of like hovering below the smoke. Moon and Rue are up above. The commander is looking up, and he just says,
Retreat! Retreat! Commander! Do it! She's grown too powerful!
you can see the 2 dragons begin to circle, and they begin to fly back.
I don't know how much longer I could hold this form for.
We need to retreat too. Rue! Either you come with us now, or I don't know that we can help you.
No. She is mine.
Well, I mean,
And then I start to fly off in another direction.
I don't know.
hold
I
on
wish she was
to-
rather quite forceful about that.
I hold on to Moon and I don't let go.
back to the vehicle then. We need to regroup and get everything that we need.
Okay. I think we turn around and we start flying back to town. I think as we're going, the form of this drake starts to maybe perhaps lose definition. When I first transformed, because I suppose I was putting my everything into it, normally, when I've done these things before, it's kind of been like very smooth, almost like really bad ice sculptures of what they're supposed to be. But this drake was like, detailed. But you can now see the details like running off and bits of boa like kind of sloughing off into the distance behind. I think that by the time if we do arrive at town, GM, by the time we do, instead of being a drake, it's more or less just like a flopping like magic carpet as we crash into town.
As you return to Drakmore, I think the riders will kind of direct back towards the lab to help with the rescuees as you begin to settle back here. Drakmore is crumbling behind you. As you land, Iris, Bo, the unconscious Enders, and what remains of the Ashwing Vanguard. The captain does not return. Ignarian, the molten blood dragon of Commander Valeth Pyre Scourge, has fallen. Six riders and 5 dragons, hurt, bleeding and broken. You return. There's a moment here where the commander tries to take stock of everything, checking in with the others, seeing if there were any more people rescued from the labs. It's that sort of that shock response after trauma, where everything's like a bit quiet and like muted. As we see them just getting back into some kind of formation, the commander finally speaks up and says,
Ashwing! Raise lances!
They all grab their lances, hold them vertically.
Fast farewells for Captain Flintstep and Skya and Ignarian. Ho! 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 Ho!
The dragons begin to roar. As they do, this horrible, painful roar comes from each of the dragons. It sounds like their riders are screaming as well. Shortly thereafter, the commander walks up to you.
What in the hells has she become?
I don't know. But she is not someone we can approach lightly. I am sorry. I hang my head.
Sorry. The Royal Guard's duty is to serve. I follow my orders.
But loss is still loss. You did your best.
To be mourned later. You will come with us to Infernia.
Yes. I look to Bo to see if this is amicable.
I think Bo right now with 0 MP, he's not really quite there. Just like a... I don't think he has a face at this point right now. He's just like, okay.
We'll figure this out. We'll help.
We will figure this out. You will ride. You will ride with Arkan. You will ride with Naylan. I will be with you, Thorn. The wounded one, Kaelin will see to.
Thank you.
There is a pause.
Riven. You will ride with Riven.
If you have a jar or a bucket or something, that'll be most great right now. I'm not sure how else I can...
Do you want to be a backpack? I can hold you.
I think Bo tries to like extend and move, but again, he's kind of like just he's like a blue bow bun.
Oh. I'll try my best to scoop him up to at least help him get on one of the dragons.
All right. As people are helped as best as they can, some people are guided towards Drakmore. Others are treated for first aid, maybe after about 10 minutes. You take off. You head towards Infernia. Meanwhile, Moon, Rue, what is happening?
We've arrived at the airship. And I slowly lower back down until my feet are touching the ground. And then Jan, I was falling, and you were falling, and now we're not. Are you okay?
It takes several moments for me to untangle my fingers from your shoulder, your hair. There is a trembling through my core. I seem to have shrunk in on myself. A lack of clarity, a lack of focus. I move to the edge of the airship and I vomit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I back up.
That was like you traveled at insane speeds, Rue. Like you probably blacked out a few times from the gravity, from the G-force.
I imagine that I am hunched over the edge of the airship for a while. And slowly I sink down and sit right where I stood.
I crouch down. I look at her.
I stare at the floor.
Riley, it's me. And I take off my gloves. And I take her hands. I'm here. I'm Jan, and you're Riley, and we need to go inside. I just, can you trust me?
I slowly look up, and you see tears are streaming down my face. I don't know what to do.
I stand up abruptly. I think you should stay here. You should stay here with Greg. And you'll be safe. You'll be really safe here. This would probably be the safest place. For you. This would be the safest place for you.
As you
If anything
clutch your
happens-
head, I reach for your hand.
Oh my god. Girl, do you have any ibuprofen in your purse? It's bad. It's really bad. It's like, I can smell my cat.
What's wrong with you, dude?
I'm like, do you remember going to like 7-Eleven? And do you remember that one night where we were up really late and I needed ibuprofen and we ended up getting Slurpees and a bunch of snacks and we forgot the ibuprofen.
Yeah. I left it in the car.
Yeah. Oh, it hurts so bad.
I rise up awkwardly, stumbling, and I try to hug you. I try to gather you into my arms.
Oh my god, I don't know why I can barely see, dude. Oh, it's like an ocular migraine. Oh my god. Like, I remember my doctor told me about these forever ago, and she said that it was really bad, and it was like a sign of inflammation and stress. And I'm just like, that's really weird, isn't it? Oh my god. Ah.
As I'm holding you, I'm just crying into your hair, into your clothes.
I try and hug her. Hey, it's okay. Seriously, it's just a migraine. It'll probably go away. Right?
I hope it's just a migraine.
Yeah. Riley, you should go. You should just go inside the airship, okay?
Will you come with me?
I can't. I grab my head again.
Maybe we can get one of those smoothies. You think that'll help? A little bit of brain freeze?
Yeah. Wait, I don't know why I'm crying. Hang on, is my eyeliner running?
I reach forward and I fix your eyeliner very carefully, very slowly. And I'm wiping blood and dirt from your face.
Dude, what just happened? Why are we here? I'm in so much pain.
Let's go inside, okay?
You have to go inside by yourself. And I'm visibly shaking. You have to go. You have to
Greg?
Go in there with Greg.
See Greg like rush, like open the door, and he looks like a character from The Big Lebowski. He just has like BVDs on, you know, like white underpants.
Greg, please.
Greg Greg like sort of steps out of the door, walks like a step closer towards Moon.
Hello. Take care of Riley.
And I disappear.
Greg is like grabbing and shaking you.
I don't fucking understand you, dude. Stop. And I shove him off of me.
He's like pointing towards where Moon was.
She's gone. Something happened to her. I reach for my communication scroll, and finally I look at it. Has Iris sent any additional messages since?
At this point, yes. it turns from the original message into a sort of chain of please. Please respond. Tell us where you are.
I'll reply with the airship. And then I'll close it. And I'll sit back down. I'll look up at the sky.
"涙の色はエメラルドブルー」「宝石みたいに光る」